Welcome, adventurers, to a journey into the heart of the world's most challenging and mysterious environment, the jungle. Imagine this, you're surrounded by a sea of green. The air is thick with humidity, and a symphony of unseen creatures fills your ears. It's beautiful, but it's also unforgiving. What if you found yourself lost here? Panic is not an option. Knowledge is your greatest tool. Today, we're going to equip you with the fundamental skills to survive in the jungle. This isn't just about watching. It's about learning to think like a survivor. So, stay with me as we break down the essentials step by step, because the knowledge you gain today could one day be the most valuable thing you possess. First things first, let's talk about the mindset. The moment you realize you're lost, your brain will flood with adrenaline. This can lead to panic, and panic leads to poor decisions. You need to fight that urge. Stop, sit down. Take a deep breath. This simple act can calm your nerves and allow you to think clearly. Remember the acronym STOP: Stop, Think, Observe, and Plan. Don't wander aimlessly. Conserve your energy. Your primary goal is not to get out immediately, but to survive right where you are until you can be found or can safely move. Assess your situation. What do you have with you? A knife? A water bottle? Even the smallest item can be a lifesaver. Your mental fortitude is the foundation of your survival. Stay positive, stay focused, and believe in your ability to get through this. With a clear head, your next priority is water. In the humid jungle, you can become dehydrated incredibly fast, long before hunger becomes a serious issue. But not all water is safe to drink. Running water is generally safer than stagnant water, but even clear-looking streams can harbor dangerous bacteria and parasites. Always purify your water. If you have a water filter or purification tablets, fantastic. If not, you need to boil it. We'll cover making fire shortly, but finding the water source comes first. Look for clues. Listen for the sound of running water. Watch for animal tracks leading in a single direction, or follow valleys and low-lying areas. Plants can also be a source. Bamboo, for instance, often holds clean water in its hollow segments. Shake a stalk. If you hear sloshing, you've hit the jackpot. Remember, dehydration can cloud your judgment, so make finding a safe water source your #1 mission. Once you've secured a water source, you need shelter. The jungle floor is damp, teeming with insects, and temperatures can drop surprisingly at night. A good shelter does 3 things. It keeps you off the ground, protects you from rain, and hides you from predators. You don't need to build a 5-star hotel. Think simple and effective. Look for a natural formation first, like a rock overhang or a large fallen tree. If that's not an option, build a lean-to. Find a sturdy ridgepole along a strong branch and prop it up against a tree. Then lay smaller branches against it at a 45-degree angle. Weave large leaves like palm fronds or banana leaves through this framework to create a waterproof roof. The final touch? Build a raised bed. Use logs to create a frame on the ground and fill it with a thick layer of dry leaves and moss. This insulates you from the cold, damp ground and offers some protection from creepy crawlies. Your shelter is your safe zone, your base of operations. Now for the skill that separates modern humans from our ancient ancestors: fire. Fire is a game changer. It purifies water, cooks food, provides warmth, deters predators, and is a huge psychological comfort. But starting one in a damp jungle is tough. First, you need to collect tinder, kindling, and fuel wood. Your tinder must be bone dry. Look for the inner bark of dead trees, scrape fine shavings from a dry piece of wood, or find fibrous material from certain palms. Your kindling will be pencil-sized twigs, and your fuel will be thicker branches. The key is to find dead wood that isn't on the wet ground. Look for branches that are caught in other trees. If you have a lighter or waterproof matches, you're in great shape. If not, a fire plow or bow drill are classic friction methods, but they require immense practice. A more reliable option might be using a battery from a phone or camera to create a spark with steel wool if you have it. Always build your fire in a cleared area, away from your shelter, and never leave it unattended. With water, shelter, and fire established, your next thought might be food. But be extremely cautious. The jungle offers a buffet of plants and small creatures, but a large portion of it is also poisonous. Your best bet is to stick to what you can identify with 100% certainty. Many insects, like grubs and ants, are a great source of protein. If you're near water, you can try to fashion a simple spear or fish trap. When it comes to plants, the universal edibility test is an option, but it's risky and time-consuming. A better strategy is to focus on easily identifiable food sources. Coconuts, for example, are a fantastic source of calories and hydrating fluid. Some palm species have an edible heart. But the golden rule is this: if in doubt, leave it out. Eating the wrong thing can be a fatal mistake. It's far better to be hungry for a few more days than to be incapacitated by poison. Your stored body fat can sustain you for a surprisingly long time. The final piece of the puzzle is navigation and signaling for rescue. If you've decided that staying put is not viable and you need to move, you must do so with a plan. The easiest way to travel in a dense jungle is to follow a water source, like a stream or river, downstream. Waterways often lead to larger rivers and eventually to signs of civilization. As you move, mark your trail so you don't walk in circles. Break branches or create small, unnatural-looking piles of rocks. Pay attention to the sun's position to maintain a general sense of direction. More importantly, you need to make yourself visible to potential rescuers. Create a large signal in a clearing. A big X or SOS made from logs or rocks is universally understood. Use a mirror, a polished piece of metal, or even the screen of your phone to flash at passing aircraft. The key is contrast. Make your signal big, bright, and out of place, and create smoke. Adding green leaves to your fire will produce thick white smoke that can be seen for miles. This is your best chance of being spotted from the air. Surviving in the jungle is a test of will, knowledge, and resourcefulness. It's about respecting the environment while using it to your advantage. Remember the priorities: positive mindset, water, shelter, fire, and signaling. Each step builds upon the last, creating a system that keeps you alive. It's about making smart, deliberate decisions, not rash, panicked ones. The skills we've discussed today are your foundation. Practice them, learn more about them, and carry this knowledge with you. Hopefully you'll never need it, but if you do, it will be the most powerful tool in your arsenal. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into jungle survival. I hope you found this information valuable and empowering. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about wilderness skills and adventure, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you won't miss our next expedition. Stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next video.